Hello and welcome our dear viewers to a special coverage on Nile TV International. Egypt hosted the second ministerial conference of the Russian-Africa Partnership Forum on Saturday with the participation of more than 50 African countries. The conference will see broad ministerial level representation alongside a number of heads of regional organizations, building on the momentum established during the first ministerial conference in Sochi in Russia, November 2024. And to shed more light on this issue, I'm honored to be joined over the phone by Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of International Relations. Dr. Hassan, good day.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us on Nile TV International. And at the beginning, I would like to know more from you about the significance of Egypt hosting this conference.
Yes, of course, this is the Egypt leadership role to be continued in reoperationalizing the potential and the power of this great continent called Africa. Africa is the basket for food for the entire world. Africa is ridden with interventions that we need to get rid of, with disputes we need to settle. So I think since the beginning of his presidency, President al-Sisi gave a great deal of importance of exerting a great deal of effort to reoperationalize the state of Africa for advancement and for sustainable development.
Great. Also, Doctor, more than 50 African countries are taking part in this conference. What message does the participation of 50 or more than 50 countries send about Russia-Africa relations?
Actually, the most important message is that we need to repair the national system, or at least to operationalize the legitimacy of the international law and its resolutions when it comes to the two-state solution in Palestine, the conflict in Sudan, the water management problems with Ethiopia, and with other issues, of course. But the main point here is that Africa and the whole world has to change it. And of course, all the international system, which was created after 2+4 negotiations in 1945, is no longer permit other powers to be in the picture and to address in a radical way the problems of this world.
Well, also, Doctor, how significant is Egypt's role as a regional hub in facilitating such partnerships?
Yes, of course, Egypt has already opened its doors for very complicated diplomacy to establish first a very balanced relationship with all powers of the world. Egypt achieved a great deal of success of establishing this balanced situation, which would enable it to play a very pivotal role across the entire world. And what we have seen now is a continuation of a great effort and a great gathering and a great recognition by the international powers altogether, as we have seen in Sharm el-Sheikh. We have seen opening up the Grand Museum. We have seen it in so many contexts now. Egypt leadership has really achieved much according to objective analysis in the West itself.
Well, also, Doctor, which sectors, energy, infrastructure or industry, are likely to benefit most from this forum?
Yes, of course, food and security, combating terrorism are top priorities for the agenda of this big gathering of more than 50 states. And I think that also the Russian-African countries' relationship needs to be addressed in a very careful way so as we can make benefit out of that kind of cooperation.
Well, also Doctor, what is the importance of highlighting the role of the Egyptian Agency of Partnership for Development?
Yes, of course, Egypt Partnership for Development, was very clear when it comes to addressing so many issues that the African countries really need. So I think that the Egyptian leadership has already exerted a very deep effort in trying to patch up all conflicts in Africa, women empowerment, youth empowerment, as we have seen the gathering organized here in Cairo when the president was the head of the African unity. And I think the continuation, what we see now, what we see today, is a continuation of that earlier efforts exerted by the Egyptian.
Great. And also, Doctor, how does this forum contribute to enhancing coordination and cooperation between African states and Russia?
Yes, of course. As we have seen, the United States, for instance, has a secretary that has a big number of people. So I think that there is a challenge to make coordination by a very important secretary for these kind of international conferences, because organizing the efforts and deploying the right agenda in the right time needs this kind of gathering to come to a decision-making process, which would be a win-win for everyone.
Well, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of International Relations, I would like to thank you so much, Doctor, for your insight. Thank you so much.